Bars are able to open from today without the need to pretend they're a restaurant and serve food to patrons. Forced to wait a week longer before they could open under level 2, they still have to comply with the 3 S's, meaning customers need to be served, separated and seated. And they can't have more than 100 in the place at a time. Conan Young and visual journalist Nathan McKinnon called in on 2 of the first pubs to reopen in Christchurch.
The Bog Irish Bar in Christchurch opened on the dot of midday. 5 minutes later, regular William Bowman was sitting at a table ready to be served. Having waited 8 weeks for his first sip of Guinness from the tap, he was more than happy to wait a few minutes more for the head on his first pint to settle.
As good as you remember?
It was as good as I remember, yeah. Pretty decent.
Some of the locals have been getting together via Zoom and having a chat with each other while enjoying a Guinness from the comfort of their own homes. But William says there's no replacement for being there in the flesh.
Pretty good place to be and enjoy with the other customers and stuff here.
Yeah. And so I guess you can get Guinness in a can, can't you? But it probably doesn't...
Not the same. Not the same at all.
The Bog is putting on live music tonight, but due to the risk of a close contact on the dance floor, for now, dancing is banned.
Probably not me.
You weren't going to be up there anyway?
No.
Yeah.
I'm normally the one standing outside watching.
Yeah. And people have to sort of stick to their tables. Do you think that'll make a difference?
Well, as long as you got a good group at the table, it should be fine. Good group to chat with and drink with.
Bar manager Kelly Murray says it's great to be back in business after such a long period with no customers. Extra staff have been rostered on to deliver table service. And despite the need for people to stick to their tables, she's sure their live band will ensure there's a great atmosphere.
We hope so, because the music should create a good atmosphere, and a few of the locals and all that are coming back down, so fingers crossed.
It'd be good to see some of those familiar faces.
Yeah, they're already booked in, so should see a heap of them tonight.
How many you got booked in for tonight?
Offhand, I think there's about 40.
She says it's a leap into the great unknown in terms of how well people will play by the rules.
So it'll be interesting to see if people try to get up and they're not even allowed to chat to other people and can't even cuddle people, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. So this will be our test weekend to see what it's going to be like.
Yeah. Especially after a few beers. Yeah.
People will be wanting to mingle. I'll have to keep on top of it.
The Fitz Bar tried opening at the start of level 2 by getting its patrons to have a meal with their drinks. Owner Dean Baldwin says that only lasted a day.
A lot of people that come in here are people that want to play pool or darts, play the pokies, have a bet on the TAB, or just have a couple of pints with their mate. And so we just found it was too hard. People were reacting to the restrictions, getting unhappy punters, so we thought we'll close until those restrictions are released.
Dean Baldwin is claiming the wage subsidy for all 17 of his staff, but has still had to take on extra debt while there has been zero money coming in. He's glad to finally be open, but says bars should have been able to open at the same time as restaurants and cafes.
I would say that the government in the past half dozen weeks has done an awesome job with how they've run the whole lockdown, but I would say that the way they separated a cafe and a restaurant and a bar was unfair. There was no need for them to do that. I mean, I know there's coffee shops down here on Fitzgerald Ave that would have more people in their premise at lunchtime than the bar would.
The Chief Executive of Hospitality New Zealand, Julie White, says many nightclubs will remain closed in level 2.
If you look at the traditional style of the nightclubs, they usually can take around 200. This will pretty much mean, under these new guidelines, they can only fit 40. So that's why it's just not going to be viable for them to open.
On Monday, the government will announce whether gathering sizes can increase under level 2, which could allow bars to host more than 100 people at a time. Julie White is encouraging everybody to go out and show their support for their favourite bar and help to ensure they survive. Mō te hōtaka o te ahi, ko Conan Young tēnei.